the ancestors talking to you better because you have a sense of listening and doing what is right. And then there is no meter or even words that you could hear and you would know what to do. What would be the right thing to do? Okay. So now we're gonna bring Facebook in. And I'm doing it this way because I had trouble the last 2 days. But I had some strong messages those 2 days, so it's good that that didn't happen. But I got it out of my system. And the ones that heard it, they were supposed to hear it. Okay. We're gonna bring YouTube on now. I'm sorry, YouTube. Facebook. And this is Holy Friday today. Holy Friday. I don't know where that is, so I'm not going to waste any more time doing that. Go live. Good morning, Facebook. Okay, so we have everybody together. We have Facebook, Blog Talk, and we have YouTube live. All right, I don't know what the outcome. It seems like, okay, Facebook has been live for 7-8 seconds now. All right, so I've been having technical difficulties over the last couple of days, but the ones who needed to hear that message those 2 days, they heard it, and they are acquiescing now. So I should not have any more problems out of the creation. Go sit in the corner. You are dismissed. Okay. All right. We're talking today about the body clock. And I think I put the body clock logo on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. And then I guess you could just Google body clock. Let's see. I have DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo as a search engine. And they don't track you online, in the traditional way. There's some tracking going on. All right, so let's go with the body clock. You can Google that or DuckDuckGo that. And then if you are, I'll do this one later. If we are, okay, so if you're on DuckDuckGo, when you click the body clock, it says human body energy clock. Chinese body clock shows when each organ is at its peak energy. That's traditional Chinese medicine. All right, so you're going to take that, you're going to copy the image, and then you're just going to put it somewhere while we're talking about it so you'll have a reference. I'm also going to put it in the chat room in all 3 places. And if you are listening by Blog Talk Radio, you should already have that. Let's do body clock. Copy image link. WakingTimes.com has the body clock. All right, so YouTube has it. I guess y'all say, what kind of it's okay. We start in perfection, but we start in perfection. Sometimes when you have an idea and the idea comes from the mind, and when you're doing mind work, it requires you to have a protocol. Oh, no, sorry, a protocol, a prototype. And so this vision of helping people and helping them get to their better self through eating right, and that's it, really. Well, detoxing takes place. And then when you eat right, on top of that, whatever medication or herbs you were using to get to your original self, you can be rest assured that it's the same way when you're trying to transition. And so the thing is, you have to start somewhere. I remember when I was working for a U.S. senator who was running for vice president at the time. I worked on that. That was my first job out of the military, working for a senator on a campaign. So basically, I cut my teeth on, as far as career and work and all that stuff. Job, J-O-B, just over broke. I found out that you only have one time to do something, the first time, because on campaigns you don't have time to redo things. But you have certain circumstances like the one that the corporate America is doing with Biden and Trump. Hey, if you want to know who's going to win, and it's not settled yet, the projection is still there. The military last Tuesday just got the last of their deadline for overseas military voting. So I don't. We were in a retrograde in Mercury, which is the house of Gemini. So y'all better get ready. And then now we're in the age of Aquarius, not Pisces, the transition. And you need to find out what is in the 12th house. The October surprise is delayed. The October surprise is strutting in November. And whatever is not, now that the heirs are awake and now that the heirs have taken over, everything has to be on the up and up. And let me tell you something. If you're not on the up and up about everything that you're trying to do for the people, the ancestors are going to tear your ass up. Okay? So all that's glitter is not gold, Glenda. We're not in the Wizard of Oz anymore. We have a lot of things to show from that movie. Who is Dorothy? Who are the fez-wearing monkeys? Where's the gold? The brick, follow the yellow brick road. The brick road is gold. That is the only thing that is backing the commerce in the world today. And then let's say the witch, when the house fell on her, all I saw was her black and white stockings. And Dorothy had on ruby red slippers, another resource, and a color for the Moors. The green that was hypothecated is the Moors. Everything belongs to the Moors. And as soon as we understand that, and welcome the change, 401 years, that was a long nap. And so now you're going to see the things that go back to nature's original self, like the food. Monsanto's won't have a hold on the ground because the ground belongs to the heirs. And we don't want poison in our foods. We don't want to poison the inhabitants of the planet. That is not our purpose. So those things, and the best part is that Mother Nature is already scheduled it. We don't have to do anything. All we have to do is be willing vessels that will give the information to each other. And no one is going to help you. You're on your own. You came in alone, even if you were a twin or a triplet, whatever. You came in your own body. Siamese twins. You still have two hearts. And let's not get extreme. All right? So you're going to see a lot of things happen, and you're going to say, wow, we're back to the way it was when I grew up. You know, we're going indigenous. We have gone indigenous. Faith has left the building. Corporate has left the building. We're back to our country ways. All right. And so I know that there's been a shift and people are coming out of it's like the mud. Mars and Mercury were both retrograde at the same time. So uh, now is the time. That was the time that you were supposed to go back and look through old journals and pick up old notebooks of things that you wanted to do, dust off your dreams and put it into action, because we get the concept first. And this is all what I'm saying is about thinking things through. As a prototype, this show is not what it's going to be in a month or a week or a year, but we started it. And that's what people get stuck with, starting. When I worked on the Senate campaign for Lloyd Bentsen, that man was already a billionaire, and he was a chairman finance committee and then became the secretary of the treasury. So that stuff is ingrained in my mind. And when we first, I was the second person hired on the campaign behind Linda Rogers. And we had Matthew on the campaign, and Blaine and Jack and Courtney. We had a lot of good people that I learned from. Glenn Smith, Emily Chick. I remember all you guys. I don't know what they're doing now, but they started with us. And so what we did was we wrote a letter to his constituents. And we did not have letterhead. We had plain paper. I guess the idea came from Jack DeVore, probably his press secretary. I couldn't think of a word to describe his actions, but those of you who know him know him. And so we sent the letter out and we said that we do not have the money to buy letterhead, to write you a letter. So we're writing you a letter to get a donation. And that worked. And so sometimes you have to just do the protocol. Now, if you were to think about prototype, if you need to do a prototype, you think about if you have an invention and then you have to go get a patent lawyer and you have to do this and you have to do that and all that stuff costs money. Your idea has left your building, and in 6 months you're going to see that idea come to pass. It just went to another willing vessel. So what I'm saying is nothing has to be perfect. Just take the first step to do. I'm not the only person that's supposed to be doing natural medicine, but I answered the call. How many people did this idea float by before I was even born? You know, when I go to the seniors' homes to help them by teaching them the herbs that they taught me, you know, my grandmother's friends are there now and they forgot. Didn't you used to tell me to take ginkgo biloba for my memory? Oh, yeah. Okay, go take some ginkgo biloba. All right. So you don't have to start off anything perfect. And I'm saying that because a lot of people have a lot of dreams and wishes. Now is your time. The universe is helping you. You're already home at work. If you're still working for a corporation, you're home. You're doing your work from home. So make your boss your client. Are you the only person there doing your job? Okay. So you have the corner on the craft. Start thinking. Stop eating dairy. Stop eating meat for a little while. Do a detox to get your pineal and your pituitary glands working, because that is the link. That's your beam, your connection to the universe. You don't need a middleman. Everybody has one. All creators have them. Okay, so use yours for critical thinking. One of the things that I remember with my daughter's online school, ayaed.com, is that they had a class, and all the classes are amazing, but the one that had me like, oh wow, saying was critical thinking. The critical thinking course there is off. I mean, you will think things through when you take that class, and you'll see how everything is convoluted, and you see past the bullshit, and you think your way through. That's the only way. That's the only tool you have. You don't need a gun. You don't need a knife. You need to think. Okay? That's where all creation comes from, thinking it up and pulling it down. All right. So the body clock. When you're looking at the body clock, the human body energy clock from 11 a.m., which is now 11:20, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is where the highest point in energy of all the organs in your body is the heart. So if you're going to drink some tea like sorrow, which is also a cardiac tea for the blood, the arteries, and the heart. And so you can drink that sorrel, not with white sugar, because whatever benefit the herb is going to give you, the sugar is going to take it away and punish you for trying to do something healthy. You have to get those parasites out of your body because they have taken over. When you eat and 20 minutes later you're hungry, the tapeworm ate your food. You need to get them out of there. All right? All the old school people know what I'm talking about. Y'all had to, like we did, had to take 666. We took quinine. We took black drop. We took turpentine on sugar cubes to get the worms out, and they came out every quarter. We did that. We had to. Castor oil, not the white see-through kind, the black castor oil from Haiti. We had to drink it. All right. And so I will look and give you some ideas for heart teas. I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it. All right. So herbs for the heart that will help. Now, I'm talking to people that are not on medication because I don't know what you're taking, and you would have to be screened to see what your body is saying. Okay. And we're doing screenings for November. Today is the 13th. We have a few more days, 2 more weeks, and we'll be taking clients because we have been full for 6 years. And the only way I've seen people new is you had to know somebody who went through my program and is in good standing to call for emergencies. All right, so let's look at heart herbs. And let's see. There you go. All right, so if you're eating crazy, stop eating crazy, number one. And then it says motherwort leaf, a heart tonic that improves blood flow, used for the treatment of female gland and hormone disorders. A menstrual and uterine tonic to relieve cramping, great for high blood pressure, menopause, and hyperthyroid. Great for hormone balance after discontinuation of chemical birth control pills. Okay, so motherwort, and the name mother is protecting your heart to get all the gook out of the blood and out of the arteries. It's good for women who have come off of the birth control chemicals. We told you a week ago, neem kills all sperm. So get on board with what the women over in India are doing with neem for birth control. You don't need to ingest it, only Stick it up there, and it kills it. 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after. Okay. So the next one is, I won't say that because it's so hard to get. That one's hard to get. Hawthorn berry is more easy to get. A tonifying herb for the heart and circulatory system and heart muscle strengthening activity. Effective in reducing high blood pressure and plaque in the arteries. Helps reduce cholesterol when high. Great to help prevent spontaneous abortion or miscarriage. Hawthorn berry. Speaking to the women today, seems like. Gotu Kola, a memory and rejuvenating brain tonic used to overcome depression, increase longevity, heart and nerve health. Contains bioaluminum, which attracts inorganic aluminum, and thus helpful for Alzheimer's disease, great for learning disabilities, helpful for fat metabolism and cellulite release, anti-aging, and in nature. I just got my Beverly Hills clients, cellulite and anti-aging, 2 words in their dictionary that are not welcomed. Gotu Kola, all right? And then one more is cayenne pepper. Now, the HU on cayenne pepper varies. You have hot, super hot. I think it starts at 40,000 HU. That would probably be mild. And then the next is 80,000 HU, which would probably be medium. And then 180,000 HU. That would be spicy. Right? But all three are good for heart attack, heart tonic, heart muscle regulant. Let's see what else. Yeah, antibacterial. Cayenne, known as the king of the herbal kingdom, a highly aromatic, carotene rich, that's where they do that hypothesis on carrots being good for the eyes, digestive herb, and heart tonic. So it helps with the eyes, the colon, and the stomach. The heart is also an antibacterial and antiviral. So you might just take you a little pinch of cayenne pepper and shake it up in your warm water when you eat drinking water when you get up first in the morning, and a little bit of lime or lemon, and then you drink that, and this is going to get all that stuff stimulated. It says a stimulant and catalyst herb, king of the stimulants, helps stop bleeding, can instantly stop a heart attack. We learned that in herb school. You put, they used to make us carry a little pinch of cayenne pepper in aluminum foil or wax paper or whatever and fold it up, put it in your wallet. Because if somebody's having a heart attack, you just lift up their tongue, put it underneath the tongue, and it is purported to stop a heart attack in its tracks. All right. So can instantly stop a heart attack if placed under the tongue during an attack. Helps normalize blood pressure, helps control gas, flatulence, fart, and upset stomach, helps improve circulation throughout the body. It's a heart muscle regulant. Blog Talk, come on over to YouTube and Facebook if you want to hear the rest. See y'all on Monday. Cayenne, 80,000, and that was for 40. So it still has the same proponents, but I guess it will work faster if it's hotter. And then the 180, same things, but probably work quicker, right? All right, so I helped you out with the body clock for the heart. Okay, all right, so now is the time to get those herbs if you have them in your cupboard. If you have cayenne pepper, just shake a little bit, not a lot. Just shake a little, or put it in your food. You can put it in your food. You can put it in a smoothie. Just shake it on your salad to give your salad a little bit of heat between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. And the heart clock says, the body clock says about the heart, now is the time between 11 and 1 to eat lunch and socialize. Enjoy conversations, connect with people, and cooperate. Reach out to people, be of service. Between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., nutritious, balanced lunch, not too filling. Okay. So from 11 to 1, you already have your instructions. All right. Socialize. Is that a coincidence? Because the Chinese traditional medicine has been around, you know, after the time of the Moors. We're Asiatic, so this is us. And so everywhere that I've gone for a job, my lunchtime was between 11 and 1. And so that's not a coincidence. All right. From 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., the small intestines. That would be the time to solve your problems and get organized. So after lunch, you're going to get your desk back together, put your stuff in order so you can finish the rest of the day. Whatever you didn't finish in the morning, now you finish it between 1 and 3. Sort out issues. If you have to have a meeting, like a not a war room, but a peace room meeting, or if you have to have a strategy, or if you have critical issues that have come up, now it's time to sort out the issues. And during 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., the body is digesting lunch. All right. So those are the things that you need to be doing during this time. And this is an energy body clock that we're talking about. That's the highest point in the day to take care of those things. All right. We're saying bye to Blog Talk Radio. We won't leave you hanging. Well, you know what? We're still recording, I think. It should be going, the clock should be going backwards now. Let's see. Yeah, we're 3 minutes over. So I'm not going to stop it. I don't know if it's going to continue Blog Talk, but it'll cut off somewhere, all right? Okay. So we covered 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Your heart, eat lunch and socialize. So and then you have people that work through lunch. Don't work through lunch. You're messing up your body clock. You want to look heroic, you want to brown nose, go to lunch. You need to have your lunch. You need to have your lunch, socialize. Don't go online to socialize. Go outside, go to your coworkers, go to the cafeteria and socialize. Touch, feel people, see them. I know it's COVID-19, they have y'all wearing a mask, but just interact with people, and if you are working from home and you don't have people there, you go online and socialize. You're socializing now. I'm socializing with you. And so during this time, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., then we'll start making food for you. All right. I will make a lunch every day that I come on, and I will do a video prior to, and I'll put the video up, and then maybe we can eat the same foods. That's socializing and eating lunch and having conversations and connecting with people and cooperating. And I'm reaching out to you and I'm being of service and I'm talking about nutritious, balanced lunch, not too filling. So, hey, we got a date. 11 a.m. weekdays, we're going to cook together. Okay. Eating to live. All right. And then after lunch, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., small intestines, solve your problems and get organized. This is the best time to, so you're not eating filling food. You're not feeling the itis. You're not taking a nap after you finish eating, because that's not what it's supposed to do. Food is supposed to energize you, not make you go to sleep. So if you're going to sleep after you eat, your food is too heavy. So we're going to talk about nutritious, balanced lunch, not too filling. So you can have the energy to organize and sort out issues. When you sleep, you're not sorting out issues. You're not thinking. Your brain is done for that time. All right. The body is digesting lunch. So getting organized. You can clean that closet. You can organize your bathroom. If you do one room a day, you'll get your whole house done in a week. You don't have to worry about it. And you get up in the morning, do your laundry, and then when you're sorting out issues, your laundry can be an issue. So between 1 and 3, you put that on your schedule to go take the laundry, out of the dryer and sort everything out and organize it in the drawers. All right. This is not just for food, this is for life. From 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., the highest time is for the bladder. From 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., it's time to work, study, and drink tea. So you still have your heart tea. Maybe you've picked up a small intestines tea for the 1 to 3 p.m. time. All right. I'm going to give you teas for the small intestines. And we have a few. Or one, Gymnea sylvestre, also known as Gurmar. Its name translates as destroyer of sugar. So if white sugar is your problem with your small intestines, you're switching to cane sugar. I know a lot of people don't support that, but cane is closer to the ground than anything out of the lab. And honey that is from a flower, because the bees now, I mean, if you have a hive on your property, you're probably good to do that, but the white sugar days are over. White sugar days are over. White sugar days are over. Ayurvedic herb used to treat diabetes since the 6th century. So this is a very powerful herb. So not only are we looking at small intestines, but also your pancreas. Helps repair damage to the pancreas, increasing its output of insulin to near normal levels, reduces blood sugar levels after sugar consumption by blocking sugar from being absorbed in the small intestine. Also helps repair damage to liver and kidneys. So this one herb, I think in America is mostly known as either Gymnea sylvestre or Gurmar, but it helps for if it says destroyer of sugar, I mean it takes the taste of sugar, white sugar, out of your mouth since the 6th century. So it's been around and it's here to help. So it helps with the pancreas, it helps with the blood sugar levels, insulin, it helps with the small intestines, and it helps repair the liver and the kidneys. All right, so that's a perfect herb, and it's the only one, so it's the king. It destroys sugar, so that's probably the only one that you need. But if you want to also look at the colon as a small intestine, psyllium husk, a soothing, lubricating herb with drawing and cleansing laxative properties, serves as a colon broom for chronic constipation, effective for inflammatory, regulates colon bacteria. Okay, so I've seen commercials on TV about psyllium husk. So it's in mainstream now. And these things that I learned about 15 years ago, they were trying to shut every wall and everything down to avoid people from getting these herbs. But the herbs are here. They were here before man was. Let's make man in our image. They were here before man. Black walnut hulls, a manganese-rich herb, strong antifungal with laxative, astringent, blood cleansing. There's another one for the blood. Vermicide and tonic properties. Rich in organic iodine. If your blood is low, what they call, and you are anemic, black walnut hulls, which works for the stomach primarily, but it happens to be rich in iodine. Effective treatment for intestinal worms, and great antifungal for cases of candida overgrowth. That's like yeast and other bacteria, and helps to tone the colon. Right. I've seen black walnut hull in Whole Foods and other places, health food stores and stuff like that. All right, so that'll get you started with that small intestines area. All right, let's go from, okay, so small intestines, I helped you do with that. And we're going to do the bladder next, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. The bladder, this is the time to work, study, and drink tea. All right, so the homework time should start right after school for the kids. All right, and then you're working now at 3 to 5, and that's the time when people, you've seen the commercials on TV when people are like struggling to get across that hump at 3 o'clock. They get sleepy because of the food that you ate. All right. So work study. So this is also evident if you're eating right at lunchtime. Look at all this work that you're supposed to be doing, not taking a nap, not, finding a closet at your job, or, now that you're home, you're taking a long conference call at 3. So you don't have to do this. You're supposed to be getting stuff done. So 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. work, study, and drink tea. Best time for efficient work and to have your afternoon tea. So you're drinking these teas that are helping all of these um, organs. And then drink tea, more water, and detox. All right. So teas for the bladder. We have a lot. Uva ursi leaf, a definitive urinary antiseptic for bladder and kidney infections, a broad range remedy for diabetes, liver and spleen problems, hemorrhoids, kidney stones, bedwetting, and mucus discharges, as a dish for vaginal sores and sexually transmitted disease infection for prostate inflammation. So you see these herbs have multi jobs. They're doing more than one thing. They are wearing many hats. So if the plant kingdom can do that, why aren't we doing that? We can do everything that we need. We can start off. I mean, one of the important lessons that I learned in mentoring when I was a mentee was that if you are over a business, and you should know every aspect of that business. You should know the mailroom. You should know uh, the money part, taking the money, the accounting. You should do customer service. You should work in like what is that show called? Um, the Boss show. They have a celebrity version. They have a regular version where the boss goes in, undercover boss. When the boss goes in, the boss learns every aspect, and a lot of times the boss had no idea. The boss had no idea about the recipes each store is using on their own, putting their own stuff, not looking at the manual. So you should know every part of your business before you hire your first person. You should master every part, because the moment something is off sync, you're going to feel it. You're not going to have a meeting to find out, okay, bring me up to speed on how this department works. You already know. You created the department. All right. So the herbs have multiple jobs. We should have multiple jobs, not jobs, but tasks. Uva ursi helps with the bladder, kidneys, diabetes. We don't like to talk about the so-called diseases. We talk about the organ that disease has attacked, and how to get rescue remedy to that organ, and how to love on that organ and have maintenance on that organ. Ask that organ for forgiveness and never do it again. Okay? So if you're doing the detox, um, remedy for pancreas, liver, spleen, hemorrhoids. Now I know that we in my business that I do, for hemorrhoids we usually use the black tobacco leaves. You can soak that in oil, and then you can just take that and put it back there. Or the saying the uva ursi, when you drink it as a tea, it's a very small leaf. Um, Maybe I'll start bringing leaves too. I'll do a show and tell for y'all, okay? Um, as a kidney bedwetting, I want to talk about that. Um, this is for adults who are incontinent and for children that wet the bed. This is a good tea for them, okay? All right. And mucus discharge, it helps to chop up that hard mucus. As a dish for vaginal sores, it helps to heal the inside for women who have sores and trans, uh, sexually transmitted disease infection. it's a very high antiseptic. So anything that's going on as far as being not clean or anything like that, use this herb. It works. The herb was here before many of you, but it works. Okay. For prostate inflammation. All right. So if you're having issues with your prostate, this is one of the herbs that will help get you there. All right. Let's see. We'll do parsley, parsley leaf, parsley from the grocery store, parsley from your herb garden outside that I know all of y'all are starting to get together for the spring. A concentrated chlorophyll, B vitamin, potassium source with broad healing activity. A strengthening diuretic and specific for liver, kidney, and bladder problems. An effective gallstone dissolving agent. If you eat parsley, it's going to dissolve the gallstones. If you eat enough and you do other things and you reverse the way you're eating, start eating to live, you will start to see those stones pass and they won't hurt as bad as they normally do because it's going to help dissolve the gallstone agent. Digestive aid, blood tonic, immune enhancer, helpful for gas and flatulence, those parts, helps to dry up milk in lactation. So mothers who are breastfeeding, when you're wanting to help to dry up the milk, you don't have to take that red pill that causes so many side effects. You can just start with the parsley, eating it. And you notice things on the trays in the restaurants. They have kale and parsley as the decoration, but that's the real food. All right. And then works good with black walnut and sage. And people use it for their breath as well. All right. Parsley leaf for the bladder. Nettle leaf, a widely applicable astringent, alkalizing, high chlorophyll, blood purifying, diuretic, makes you go pee-pee, herb, useful in a mineral-rich tonic and thyroid balance for fatigue. Anti-arthritic, to stop excess bleeding. Diarrhea, for bladder infection, helps to treat benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. The men know what that means. Very nutritious, minerally rich. Again, they talk about minerals, and provides natural calcium. So instead of drinking cow's milk to get calcium, which is not for you, is for the calf, greedy. We don't see puppies breastfeeding from cats. So don't cultivate your food. Let the calf drink its mother's milk. You are not a calf. That calcium that's in there has to get the calf up to 2 tons or 90 tons or whatever the weight is required by nature for that cow. That's what it's for. You're abusing something that does not belong to you. There are other ways that we're supposed to be getting our milk. Genesis 1:1. All the seeds, the fruit bearing leaves are the medicine for mankind. All right, that's your food. All right. Let's go back to the body clock. I want to get as much in as possible. I'm going to be done in the next 10 minutes. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's time for the kidneys to get some love. This is the time, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., to eat dinner and restore your energy. All right? So eating dinner at 5 o'clock, that's the American way, but it's also the ancient way. This is the time when you're Kidneys are not doing a lot of work, but they need a lot of love at this time. Your kidneys store your energy reserves. If you feel tired, what did you spend your energy on? Put yourself first. Okay, so if you're keeping a log, and this will help you in the long run to keep a log of changes that you see and feel in your body. So, and keeping a log of what caused those changes. So, if you're wanting to find out this answer to this question, it says, if you feel tired between 5 and 7, what did you spend your energy on? Okay, today, earlier, prior to 5 p.m., I did this, and I did this, and I did this on Monday. And on Tuesday, I did this, I did this, I did this. Why are you tired on Tuesday if you had energy on Monday? So you're going to analyze the food that you've been eating. You're going to analyze what you're doing. So maybe you shouldn't be doing some things in the time frame. It's giving you things to do. The heart is telling you to eat lunch. It's telling you to socialize. Were you trying to get things organized during lunchtime? That could drain your energy. This is a balance. You have to stay in balance for everything. All right. So this clock will help you set your life straight, not just the food, but the life. It tells you it tells you what to spend your energy doing. From 11 to 1, spend your energy eating lunch, a not filling lunch, a healthy lunch. So you can have energy from 1 to 3, from 3 to 5, from 5 to 7 to finish doing what you're supposed to do. All right. Kidneys. I know offhand for the kidneys, I tell people to use celery seed. Let's put in kidneys. And some of these herbs, we already talked about kidneys in other herbs, looking at other things. Right? Milk thistle seed, a bitter, tonifying, detoxifying herb for the liver. Okay, liver. Bing. Reputed to be the most effective hepatic. That's for the blood. A specific for the gallbladder, ping, gallbladder liver, with antioxidant properties to prevent free radical damage. 3, ping. What is free radical damage also known as? Good for congestion of the liver, ping, kidneys, ping, spleen, ping. Regenerates and rebuilds the liver. Increases the production, secretion, and flow of bile as a liver protective when recovering from alcoholism. So milk thistle seed is a seed, and you can take that and put it in a pounder. You can also excuse me. You can also put in a food processor, one of those little ones. And it will help with alcoholism. Drink it every day. Lychee berry. A tonic herb, which is a fruit, with particular strength for the liver, ping, kidneys, ping, pancreas, ping, nourishes the blood, ping, helps the reproductive secretions, ping, indicated for impotence, ping, nocturnal emission, can't go to sleep, ping, in men and boys, and helps the pancreas. We already said that. All right. So we got some pings for lychee berry. It's dry in here. Juniper berry, a diuretic, bitter stimulant that increases flow and congestion. Release from bladder, ping, kidneys, ping. Specific for chronic cystitis, ping. To remove acid and toxic waste, ping. Helps dissolve kidney stones, ping. Prostate settlement, ping. Adrenal stimulant, ping, for the sex drive. Good treatment for water retention, ping. Don't take those water pills. Good for arthritis, ping, 10. And gout, ping, 11. So juniper berry helps 11 areas All right, so you get the picture. All right. See, 5 to 7 kidneys, putting you first, and then this is a time to reflect, to find out what have you been spending your energy on. All right. Pericardium, the heart, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Socialize, flirt, and have fun. That's why you have happy hour from 7 to 9, because now is the time to socialize, flirt, and have fun. It's not, listen, there's nothing new under the sun. All right. And people take these ancient laws and traditions that we put out. Oh, I have my water here. Uh, these things. So, and that's why happy hour is so successful, because they're doing it in a time frame that's allotted for that. Right? Happy hour won't work at 3 to 5 because people are still at work. And even the people who work past work hours at 5 o'clock, um, it won't work. But when they go to happy hour, you feel good. And some wives may say to their husbands, or husbands may say to their wives, "Why do you go to happy hour, or why does your company have, events all the time after work?" Because 7 to 9 is the time to socialize, the time to flirt and have fun. Pericardium is responsible for circulation, brain, and reproductive organs. Best time to conceive, best time to have sex, best time to get a massage, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Um, I already gave you herbs for the heart. So pericardium is in the heart region. It's part of the heart system. So you would work with that. Pericardium. All right. All right, let's say, so we know what to do between 7 and 9. All right. Thyroid and adrenals from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. And this will be the last one. I have to, I'll just go over a little bit, see if there's anything, any questions or anything in the text chat. Thyroid and adrenals. The thyroid helps keep your system going. It's anti-tiring. The thyroid keeps you from not being tired, and it helps process and all that stuff. Adrenals, the sex glands. Responsible for energy transfer, temperature, and metabolism. Yeah, thyroid. From 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., avoid eating. Chill out, relax, and read. That's why you're reading before you go to bed at night, because it's the time to chill out, relax, and read. And the area affected is the triple warmer, also a part of the heart. So it says avoid eating. So your heart is doing its business between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. and then from 7 to 11. All right. So sometimes people like to do things around that time, 7 to 9, but now it's not time to work. It's time to socialize. If flirt with whoever you're with, or if you're single, whatever, and have fun. So it's the ancestors put a 2-hour space in our daily clock, our body clock, to have fun. That's programming fun into your day. and you'll get the benefit. From 7 to 9, have fun. Just have fun. Just do something that you would like to have fun with. 9 to 11, chill out, relax, and read. All right. So on Monday, we'll pick this back up and we'll talk about from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. All right. The body clock. Oh, let's see. Facebook. I'll come to you in a second. All right, so we're going to end the stream for YouTube. Bye. And then